Hi, everybody. I think we're live. Looks like it. There we go. All right. Welcome to night three, day three, whatever time you happen to be watching this. Um, yeah, I don't have specifics planned for tonight, so it probably will be a really quick read. Um, we're just kind of going to focus on some of the gifts of the season, things to be looking out for, and I'll kind of sometimes I'll be doing this early in the day. But today I'm going to be sharing with you, things that transpired through my day today so that, and that will lead to like what the day is all about. Of course, we'll also consult the cards to see what that's all about. Um, yeah, usually, it's coming up in sessions with clients and things like that. So I always feel like that's super important to relay over to you. So we're going to talk today about vibration um, and keeping that vibration high. So just like you would, treat your body with respect, getting lots of rest, getting lots of um, yeah, proper food, water, all of that. Um, we got to keep our vibration healthy and high too. So it's really about filling our cup with positive energy. Um, the obvious things are not getting overwhelmed and inundated by the news, and that kind of thing. And, when we are in those moments like now, for me, in a moment of peace and quiet after my day, I have music on that's just heart centered and soothing. Um, when I was coming home, uh, of course, I'm starting to listen to Christmas music. But this song came on, and I've heard it a couple times this season already. But anyway, it is called Peace, Joy, Love. It's by Haley and Michaels and Jim Brickman and Matt and Savannah Shaw. So, um, anyways, I think you can find that Jim Brickman's probably the key in that because he's the piano player. So he's the most easy to find. So it's called Peace, Joy, Love. Um, and it's just, you know what, honestly, just listening to it on the way home, it was like they just repeat the words peace, 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 joy, 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 love, 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 as part of the song. And then let's fill the world with love. Um, and then, of course, there's a couple of other sentences in there, which I'm going to read them as part of the meditation. So, yeah. So I encourage you to just like that might not be your thing. You can listen to that song and be like, no, Kim, that's not my thing at all. But just it's considering just what we're ingesting on all levels. So that's kind of all I wanted to chat about today. Like one of the 12 gifts of the holiday season is keeping up your self-care, even though we're heading into the season of like excess and indulgence, and we can sometimes go a little overboard with our food and drink, and not even that, but like sometimes this holiday season isn't pleasant for everyone. There's a lot of toxicity in families and things like that, and lots of outside pressure and that kind of thing. So this can be a very tough time of year for people in all aspects. So um, I just encourage you, regardless of what your situation is, again, is that we're in this portal right now, um, up, you know, like through this light corridor or whatever we want to call it, that it's really important for us to be uh, in our best light. Um, and that being said too, is like when we talk about the family things and the friends or just people around us, that might be like not in our vibration or dragging our energy down. Um, if those situations can be avoided, then I would suggest avoiding them. But honestly, um, part of our evolution as a soul and a spirit is to not let that stuff ruffle our feathers. It's like we can listen to, you know, at Christmas or whatever, Uncle Bob's opinion of everything, and not take it on. Like we have to be at this point where we're not taking this stuff on, and not letting it like trigger us. I still hate that word, but whatever. Everyone's using it. But we have to like rise above that. It's sort of as simple as that. So it's practicing that over the holidays too, and just realizing, you know, everyone in your family isn't at the same stage that you might be at, and it's not our job to pull them along or take them along or any of that kind of stuff. Again, we've talked about this. Our job is to plant the seeds if we can, and and then be over being the lighthouse, shining the light on all of this until someone, blinks their eyes open and goes, oh, okay, I don't really understand this, but look, there's Kim, and I know she gets this. I'm gonna go talk to her about this. That's just an example. Obviously, you need to do that within your space too. All right. The first card I want to draw is from the 7 energies. I just want to see, if this is going to end up, because in the 12 days, there's not always an event to celebrate, or that kind of thing. And we're going to talk about different celebrations and holidays. But right now, this is kind of going to end up being like a daily read. So what's the energy of today? What's our gift? What do we need to learn? What do we need to look at? So we got 45, beyond the ordinary. Yeah, look at all the different energies and geometries, and, there's a little bit of wings in there and all kinds of stuff. It's just that, like, it's beyond what we thought we were capable of being. We are this energetic body, and it's starting to come online. So just really allowing it to come online and being, and understanding that we are beyond the ordinary. We are the ones, that, we've been told we're not, right? We've been told we are lesser than, we're just these little, we're not powerful. We're little meat suits walking around, just doing our thing. But we all know that that's starting to be revealed to not be the truth of the matter, that we are very energetically powerful, energetically part of exactly what we're supposed to be doing right now, which is bringing in the light and the big thing too is when we talk about bringing in the light, I mean, the light is coming in. That really isn't our job, but our job is to be a container of the light, right? Clear channel, clear vessel of this light that's coming in. We all have to hold it in our hearts when it fully manifests. So that's why too, it's like we have to keep good heart-centered vibrations of love, of peace, and all of that, because that's the container. We have to keep the container empty and clean. And so if we're filling it full of fear, doubt, and whatever else, it's going to be harder for that vibration to raise and break through. It eventually will, but it might take you a little bit longer, or it might feel like it's taking you a little bit longer. And I wouldn't suspect, just because we are this physical being, that it may not feel awesome if our container is got to be cleansed and cleared first in a rapid way. And then, yeah. So let's just do our best to keep it high vibe, lots of, I don't know, just lots of good love energy. Sorry. I have this tea that I always get at Christmas, and it's Candy Cane Lane, and it's just the best. I find it the best. Okay, we're going to do 3 of each. We're using the Christ Consciousness deck. Right now, that's shooting out. Oh, that's funny. I got that earlier today for myself, which is awesome. I'm using the spirit of aloha. we'll see if it keeps resonating over these next reads. I feel like we should be using the Keepers of the Light or something too, but we'll see how that transpires. Oh, okay. Well, the first one we got is resurrection. Embrace new life. The light coming in through the trees. Yep, the time is here. Yeah, that's all I can say. Is it's just the light is coming in, and we do need to prepare. Be prepared. That's the best thing for us right now. We got humbleness, modesty, and humility. And it's the butterflies in there. You can see that. So transformation, but more importantly, this is about, I think probably some of you tuning in are like over this like next couple of days, because I will be using the word God and Jesus and all that kind of stuff. I am not super religious. I don't go to church. I don't believe in religion. I believe in spirituality, and I do believe in the concept of God and Jesus and all of the masters and everything that has transpired before us. This story is about the washing and cleansing of the feet. And it's Jesus that's doing this, right? He wasn't above or below anybody. He was on even playing ground with all of us at a soul level. The big thing that's coming out of this, though, is it's like what I just talked about is modesty and humbleness and humility. It is that whole thing behind not taking stuff on when other people are like spewing it at you over this holiday season. It's also about it's like the detox card from the other night too, is like trying to keep everything as pure and clean as possible, right? So for me, that's just, again, keeping our energy clean and clear. We also got the man himself, Jesus. Follow my lead. That's an interesting question because, whether you're religious or not, and whether you believe in Jesus and all of the Christmas things, again, it's like we talked about the other night. When I talk about the Christ consciousness coming in, it isn't, again, the literal return of this avatar, this man, coming in as in any form. It's, again, the light coming in through our hearts, and then us operating in this life through heart-centeredness, through Christ consciousness. And that does, it does embody, if you do read the Bible or want to even take a look at like the things that Jesus embodied or was about, was, turning the other cheek, kindness to others. So any one of those is, we're just being asked to be better, kinder, more loving human beings. And I know we're capable of it. So, and all of us have areas that we need to improve on with that. So I think that card came up just for like, follow my lead through this season and, be in service to others. Yeah, there's just so many different ways that you can approach it. And you may just want to approach one thing a day. Like, it's kind of funny because all I've got that phrase like in my head, what would Jesus do? Like, so if you could approach situations like that, especially those, like we're talking about, these more toxic ones, where it's not just easy to like wish them love and light and peace and joy, and then it magically changes everything. It is what we want to do. So I would just encourage you this season to like take a look at like, take the higher road, not get involved in these things that are lowering your frequency. We all have to go to these events and things, and we can still do that without harming ourselves, and without, getting looped into negative energy or toxic fighting situations or anything like that over Christmas. So, all right, let's bring in the spirit of aloha, see what it has to say about today and the lesson we're kind of like going with today. Yeah. Ooh. Dropped it. Okay, this is so funny. Yeah, it's funny that this is coming out exactly as it should. It's like it is about us bolstering ourselves for other people. The first thing we got is consider others. See from your kind heart. Yeah, let's take that as our lesson for today for sure through this season. We also got love lives on. Honor your past, present, and future love. Again, love in all forms. This may not necessarily be, relationship things. It could just be relationships within family dynamic, etc. We also got partnership with the divine, a date with spiritual renewal. Woo. Yeah, again, I just feel like it's like they're just like keep coming back to love, keep coming back to the heart. It's so important that we're not, engaging in lower frequency, and that we're, like I said, the clean, clear vessel, a little bit of detox. Yeah, be humble, humility is just more about like, it's the no thingness. It's the whole lesson of duality and not being in duality, right? So like when something is said, we're not taking a side either way. We're just observing what other people think. We know who we are and what we think, and that's fine. Like, it's definitely not about engaging in this stuff. Okay. So the 3 words we got for today are, again, gentleness. But I also love this card because it's the puppy and like a little bit about unconditional love, right? So not putting conditions on people, like you only earn my love if you act this way, right? And just being gentle and kind about our delivery with people. It doesn't mean that we drop our boundaries and we let them walk all over us, but it's just that we put up the boundary that says, I respect what you're saying and your opinion. I don't feel this way. And then that's the end of it. That's where we stop the conversation. We don't need to engage in and honestly, I'm gonna say this, and I'm sure someone's gonna disagree, and that's cool. We don't need like all of that stuff that's coming up around that stuff. How important is it in the grand scheme of things? How important is it that we pick a side for something, or and that we're right about something? How important is that? Really? Does it enhance your spiritual progression in this life? What would Jesus do? I don't think he'd argue over it. He'd make his point. I mean, if you want to look at like the money changers, or when he flipped the tables, it wasn't a violent act. It was just like, hey, this is my opinion of what you're doing. Not just my opinion, but like speaking the truth. And then essentially, like that's where it ended. It's like it was just like, hey, this is my opinion. I know what you're doing. Like it's still about standing up for yourself, but not in a way that's it's gentle. It's gentle. It's just like, this is who I am. I'm sorry. I don't believe the same thing. We don't have to. I send you so much love and we be done with it. We don't keep hashing it out. Key lesson word for today. We need to find the light, delight. Yeah, like honestly, we're not having a ton of fun right now on this planet. I get that. It is not the most joyous situation, but we have to find this childish delight in some way and fashion, because it helps open our heart. this is the season where we see this the most out of kids, right? Like when they're playing and stuff, sometimes we'll see this. There's something about the Christmas magic and the Christmas energy that is just like pure delight. So, whatever you can do, try to find that this holiday season. It's funny because, like I said, like the cards today, we're kind of reading on today, but I feel like it's going to be the 12 gifts of getting us through this energy portal, but getting us through this time and space with, in the 3D reality that we're going through. On the nice side, the last thing is success. So, yeah, it's just a nice little omen from spirit or sign from spirit that not to panic and not to worry. Everything is going to be okay. This is going to be a successful mission to bring in this light. So, not to worry. All right. So, yeah, we're going to keep this a little bit short on the nights where we're not delving into different things, but we're going to do the Great Invocation meditation. At the end of it, before I bring you back in from the meditation, I'm going to read also the lyrics to the song Peace, Joy, and Love. I'm going to read them because I'm not singing on YouTube right now yet. Maybe never. All right. Let's start by getting ourselves in like a nice comfortable position and beginning to slow our breath. And closing your eyes. And then begin to breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth for 3 breaths. Bringing your right hand up to your heart space. Placing your left hand on your belly at solar plexus chakra. And just feeling there that connection of energy. It moves from heart down to solar plexus chakra in the infinity pattern, in the figure 8. What you want to do is just keep the energy moving in a figure 8 around heart and solar plexus. Really nice and slow, just envisioning it. The light can be the color, any color you want. Gold, white, pink. And just keep that energy moving. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center, where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center, which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and peace and power restore the plan on earth. Breathe, taking a nice big deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let there be light and let there be hope. Let there be dreams you never let go. Let there be laughter. Let there be song. Let there be loved ones singing along. Peace, joy, love. Let's fill the world with peace, joy, love, Let's fill the world with love. Let there be shoulders for all of the tears. Let there be courage stronger than fear. Let there be wonder and hearts that will mend. Let us all come together again. Peace, joy, love. Let's fill the world with peace, joy, and love. Let's fill the world with love. And harmony in all things we need to make the world go around. Oh, how sweet the sound of peace, joy, and love. Let's fill the world with love. Now, just sitting here in a moment of silence. And as we sit here, begin to envision ways that you are going to find that childlike joy, that childlike delight sometime in this Christmas season, this holiday season. Maybe you go sledding down a hill and screaming your head off. Maybe it's just in watching a little one unwrap a gift from Santa. Finding ways to feel delight. Again, taking in a nice big deep breath in through the nose and out through your mouth. Bringing yourself back into your place of meditation and into your body. Feeling grounded and connected. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. All right. I hope this video isn't too choppy. I have a feeling it is because I'm watching the counter go and it goes from like 30 seconds to 42. So like it doesn't show me choppiness on here, but I'll have to go back and look. Anyway, of course, YouTube would interfere when I'm trying to promote some peace, love, and joy. Anyway, yeah. It's all good. We'll be all good. All right, I'm doing one more card just to see. Yeah, there's two there. Let's just see. Yeah, it's funny. I drew this in a reading for a client, and it is definitely, the card is called The Power of Purpose. It's kind of like, it's about it's the cog, it's this cog wheel of time, basically. And that the bottom line with this card is that it's time. It's time we're switching on to a new time. So the way I explained it to her is like when we hit 2012 and everybody was freaking out about the end of that Mayan calendar. But if you look at Mayan calendars, they actually they go through ages. We're coming out of the Kali Yuga, which is like the really struggly, hard part. So all that happened in 2012 is that calendar turned, and then the next 12 years go. We're at the end of that next 12 years. So if we wanted to freak out about a year, we're here again. We're turning into another new age. That's how the wheel of time works. So I mean, that's pretty interesting. Nobody's really been marking it, but we're heading into new energy. That's exactly all it means. Sort of every 12-year period that does happen. So I'm not particularly speaking about the Mayans, but because I think it's a much longer cycle on there. But we're in a new calendar anyway. So really the point of all that is just to let you know that we're heading into yet another new paradigm and a new age. So, and realistically, we're out of the hard part. So that's the nice part. We should be heading into the easier, more heart-centered part. Anyway, that's all I got for tonight. Kind of talked longer than I was supposed to, but that's probably going to happen every night. Take care of yourselves first and foremost, then help others. Yeah, like I said, you guys, I think we're imminently close to other people really needing our help. So keeping yourself in the best space that you can as well. Okay. Good night. Take care of yourselves. I do love you. I realized I forgot to say that the last couple nights. That's okay, because I can say it for the next 11 nights. Wishing you so much peace, so much joy, and so much love. Good night.